Okay, I was not planning on talking about this, but my friend sent the link to this. He's like, dude, I can't wait for you to shred this trailer apart. I'm looking forward to your video. So I guess I'm doing this. This is the trailer for Madam Web, which is the next movie in Sony's Spider-Man universe without Spider-Man. And yeah, I can't really say that I'm excited for this movie. A few years ago, if you would have asked me, I would have been like, all right, a Madam Web movie? That could be really cool. But then, let's face it, Morbius happened, and that movie officially killed all hope I ever had for this Sony Marvel Universe franchise. Because that movie really showed that they don't know what they're doing here. And this trailer pretty much seems to confirm that. But alright, first of all, who is Madam Web anyway? Well, obviously she's a character from Spider-Man comics, but really I only know her from the 90s Spider-Man animated series, in which she was really cool and cryptic. She was like this fortune teller-esque kind of lady in her own spider dimension, and she had Spider-Man do this mission for her. Do we get that in this movie? Nope. This character doesn't even have her own page in this Spider-Man Ultimate Guide I got. I've had this for years. You've seen this before if you've been subscribed to me for a while. She doesn't have her own page in this. She is in this, but she's part of the Juggernaut's page. There she is. She's right here. Spelled without the E in Madam. So alright, let's see what we got. Oh, well, it says she's been blind since birth. That's gone. Clearly she can see. Clearly she's a paramedic. Doesn't say that here. It says she learned of her psychic powers when she was a child. She became a professional medium called Madam Web and used her abilities to help others. However, when she was a young woman, she learned that a mysterious disease had begun to attack her central nervous system. Her husband discovered that she would be completely paralyzed, so he designed an electronic web-like life support system to keep her alive. Yeah, none of that is in this trailer. Nah, I guess this movie comes up with a completely new origin story for Madam Web. I guess in this version, she was a paramedic, and she gets in a car accident, and something happens during that accident that gives her the power to see into the future, I guess. And we have Dakota Johnson as Cassandra Webb, Madam Web. And you know, I'm pretty sure she's a good actress. I can't really name anything I've seen her in. I have not seen the 50 Shades movies, thank God. Oh, she was in Social Network, wasn't she? For like one scene. Yeah, that's what I know her from. Of course, Dakota Johnson wouldn't have been my first choice to play Madam Web. I would have picked someone, you know, at least 20, 30 years older. I can't think of anyone off the top of my head, but you know, someone more accurate to how we know Madam Web. Because Dakota Johnson does not scream Madam Web to me. Yeah, I'm trying to think of someone. I got nothing. I'm drawing a blank. Oh, Sigourney Weaver. There we go. All right, just came up with that. She'd be a pretty good Madam Web. In fact, now that I think about it, she would have been perfect. Damn. Oh well. What could have been. But anyway, alright, let's go on with this trailer. Apparently, the premise of this movie is we got Ezekiel Sims, who's going around in some makeshift black and red Spider-Man-ish suit, and he's on the hunt for these 3 women because he knows that they will transform into heroes in the future. So if he takes them out now, then they won't be heroes in the future. And yeah, you're thinking it too, so I'm just gonna say it out loud. That's Terminator. Ezekiel Sims is a Terminator because he's hunting down someone who's gonna be a hero in the future. Except instead of being from the future himself, he can see into the future like Cassie Webb can. So great, another villain who has the same powers as the hero. Worked for Morbius. But then, okay, we're introduced to these 3 women who, okay, this is the part that could actually be kind of cool. Because these 3 women are, like, they're spider people. Or at least they're going to be. We have Sydney Sweeney as Julia Carpenter, aka Spider-Woman. And I know she's in here somewhere. We have Celeste O'Connor as Maddie Franklin, aka another Spider-Woman. Those 2 actually do have a page here in the Spider-Man Ultimate Guide, along with Jessica Drew. The 3rd one, though, I've never heard of before. Isabella Merced as Anya Corazon, aka Araña. Yeah, not familiar with that character at all. So alright, we have these 3 eventual spider heroes, and the villain Ezekiel Sims is trying to kill them before they become these spider heroes. So Madam Web here has to use her clairvoyant powers to protect them, like That's So Raven or something. That's what I thought of, because that's pretty much the same premise. Using your power to see the future to fix a situation. So I guess what I'm saying is this movie is ultimately Terminator meets That's So Raven set in a Spider-Man-ish universe. There you go. Madam Web. I mean, does some of the action look cool? Yeah. But even I'll admit that some of the costumes, like the spider-ish costumes that we see briefly, they do look kind of CW-ish, as I've seen some people say in the comments. That being said, though, I'll admit, the one I like the most is Julia Carpenter's outfit, because I really like that outfit. It looks like the black symbiote suit. So just seeing it in live action, I can't help but be like, yeah, cool. But of course, I know that just because something looks cool doesn't mean the movie's gonna be good. Like the Marvels had a lot of cool action, didn't make it a great movie, in my opinion. That movie ended up being pretty mid, so I guess at best, from this trailer, Madam Web looks mid. My final verdict is this movie could be cool, but I don't have high hopes for it at all. Since again, after Morbius, all bets are off. I will say Madam Web doesn't look as bad as Kraven the Hunter looks, in my opinion, because that trailer, whew. But ultimately, time will tell if these movies are any good. Won't know anything for sure until I see them. I'd love to be proven wrong. I'd love for this movie to be awesome. I'd love to walk out of it going, oh my god, I'd call my friend, I'm like, this movie's actually pretty good. Surprisingly so. I know, I wouldn't have thought so either. That'd be awesome. But if you were to ask me to place a bet right now, I would bet that that's probably not gonna happen. But ultimately, I want to know what you all think about this. So the official trailer for Madam Web, have you watched it yet? What are your thoughts on it? Do you think this movie's gonna be any good or not? Whatever you think, go ahead and leave a comment. And of course, thank you for subscribing. Peace!